Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks so much for watching, y'all. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate you and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not, and the fair act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it. So, a couple people then sent me information on trouble. And they want to know what do I think about the whole situation, okay, y'all? So, I have been keeping up with this story, to be honest. I've been keeping up with this story to find out, what's really going on, okay? And to be honest with you all, I think it was a setup. I straight up think it was a setup all day long. Now, was it a setup on her part? Or was it a setup to somebody else that knew him, that he knew, her boyfriend knew in the building? Okay? But either or, somebody let this guy know that she had some company. Okay, y'all? Because outside of that, nothing else makes any sense. Okay? And this story reminds me of some other stories. Same other stories that had a female involved, a toy involved, and one person ended up being taken out. Okay, y'all? Also, the story keep changing. When we first heard the news about the story, they were saying that he got hit up in a car. Okay, y'all? Then they changed it till he got hit up in a house. Then they said he was asleep. Okay? It's so many different stories going on right now that don't make no sense. Now, this female right here, Miss Royce, okay? Rissa Royce. I think that's her name, all right? She had a boyfriend she was living with. Okay, they had been living in this apartment for 3 years, y'all. 3 years. And she just had, his name is J Mike, y'all. And they got into a little argument a week prior to this little incident happening with Trouble. Okay? He left there after he had put paws on her, allegedly. She did not fill out a police report. She did not put his clothes out and none of that stuff. He just left. Now, we don't know if this is something that they do all the time, get into a little argument, he leave for a few days, come back. We don't know if this is a routine or not. Okay? But he left 7 days before, I think 6-7 days before this incident happened with Trouble. Okay? Now, while he's gone, I guess she got all hot and bothered, okay, y'all? And he wasn't there to take care of her, allegedly. Okay? This is how she's saying it. So she calls or whatever, however she been talking to him. I don't know. Did they just meet? Did she have his number on speed dial? Has she messed with him before? We don't know none of that stuff. So that's important too. Have they been creeping before? Okay? Or did she just figure like, I'm going to call him up since he ain't came back? This is the way she says it. This is her side of the story. So she gets Trouble to come over there. Come over to her house, fix her up. Allegedly. Okay? And she's saying that he fell asleep. And while they were asleep, I guess, her ex-boyfriend, who, didn't move out, still got keys, all that good stuff, he breaks in. Now, my understanding was he used this key to get in, but she had some kind of latch on the top of it. You know how you have that other latch on the door. So they're saying that was what was broke. Okay? And he came on in there, and as soon as he walks in, this is what she's saying. He comes on her side of the bed and put paws on her. Okay? Now, while he's, putting paws on her, she says Trouble jumps up and starts helping her. So he starts putting paws on, J Mike. Okay? So J Mike and Trouble are going at it, okay, y'all? They're going at it now. Okay? Now, while they're going at it, this is, trouble right here. And while, they're going at it, she's saying that she had to turn around and help Trouble. Okay? So J Mike must have been, he must be a beast in the streets that he was whooping both of them, okay? That they had to keep turning around helping each other, y'all. And she said that he pulls out a toy and hit, Trouble in the chest. Okay? And he runs off. Now, another story, people are saying that it was not even his toy. They're saying it was Trouble's toy. Okay? Now, if it was Trouble's toy, then that means that either she lied or he walked over there to Trouble's side of the bed first, and maybe Trouble had it on the dresser or something, and he put it, in his belongings, and then went over there to whoop her, and then he pulled out Trouble's own toy against him. Now, that could be a possibility. But, this is what her side of the story was. Now, let me tell y'all something that don't make any sense to me. Okay? It might sound good to her, and it might, maybe her and J Mike, maybe this is what they, plan just to take this guy out. I don't know. Okay? And, what makes me wonder about a few things. Okay? The thing that I don't understand, I'm going to tell y'all where I'm tripping on. Because first of all, people are saying that you have to get buzzed to come bring your car in to this complex. Okay? Now, the part that I don't understand, why would you have to get buzzed to come into a complex that you live at? If he's been living there for 3 years, what if she ain't at home? How do he get in? You know what I'm saying? So something don't sound right with that. So I don't think that he had to get buzzed to come in his own house. I do believe that he could come right in just like she could come right in. Because like I said, what if she was not at home? Okay, y'all? So he lived there. You should be able to come in like you want to. You shouldn't have to get buzzed in. Okay? So that part don't make no sense that somebody, people are saying that he had to get buzzed in. He lived there. He got keys and all that stuff. Okay? Now, this is the part that makes me think that this was a setup. Okay? He had been gone for 6-7 days after that little altercation. Okay? Now, she claimed he put paws on her. She never called the police, filled out a police report, none of that. Okay? And he been gone for 6-7 days. How did he all of a sudden just pop up when this guy came over? Okay? Was he watching the house to see, was she having company? And as you can see, if you all looked at the building complex, there's a little building complex. I don't know if I got the picture up here. Let me check and see. But there's a building complex, okay, y'all? And let me see, do I have that picture up? I don't think I do. But anyway, it looks like it's a big building. So even if it was cars sitting out there, y'all, if it was cars out there, he wouldn't know where that person, who apartment building she went in, that this guy went in, that he was actually at his house, if he was watching the parking lot. Okay, y'all? So something just don't seem right to me. Was he standing around, coming over there every night, checking to see, was somebody there? How did he just all of a sudden, when this man come over this one particular night, he pop up? Okay, y'all? It just seems odd to me. Now, either due to the fact that he lived there for 3 years in the building, he could have people in the building that he knew. Okay? You know how people have their little buddies live in the building they talk to and kick it with and, have a little sippy sip with and chill out, hang out with. They're boys. They're little partners. They're living neighbors. Okay, y'all? So did a neighbor call him and say, man, you better get over here. Somebody in there with your girl. Did somebody say something to him that made him come over that night? Okay? So this is what I'm saying. Like, somebody had to tell him she had some company. Or did she say something? Did he call her and she got smart? Like, I got company. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to check some phone records of Mr. J. Mike, okay, y'all? They need to check his phone records to see, did somebody call him and tell him that this guy was over there? Because I find it odd that he just popped up when she had company. Okay, and he didn't pop up no other days before then. But all of a sudden, when she about to get it in, he pops up. Okay? Now, they're claiming he got to get buzzed in. So who buzzed him in then? If if you have to get buzzed in, which I don't understand, you got to get buzzed in your own building. That don't make no sense to me. Who buzzed him in? Did somebody in the building buzz him in? The one that called him and said, "So you better come get your girl." Did somebody in the building buzz him in? Or did she buzz him in? Okay, y'all? Now, another thing that I'm having trouble with. She says that they got into an argument a week prior because he ain't got no job. Now, I'm hearing he's a rapper. She's saying that he's broke. Now, how the heck are you broke? Just don't sound right. If he paid to get her body done. Okay? Now, usually guys that pay to get their woman body done, they feel that that's their body now. They own it, okay? Now, he could be too broke if he got her body done. That costs a grip, okay, y'all? Unless you going to Mexico or somewhere to get it done. But you still going to pay a couple $1,000s. So he couldn't have been that broke. Okay, y'all? Now, she also was putting out text messages saying that, posts that she was posting up on social media that, he out tricking with somebody else. And like I said, you can't trick with somebody else if you're broke. You got to have some money to trick with somebody else. At least something to, so y'all can have some street pharmacy stuff to get it, get it cracking. Okay, y'all? So he still had to have some money. He couldn't have been just completely flat broke. So that part don't make no sense, okay? And for her not to put his clothes out and you knew you was bringing other men home, something just don't seem right with this whole thing, okay, y'all? Now, another thing that makes me think that this was a setup is the fact that this man, okay, if he knew that trouble was in his bed, getting it in with his woman, he knew he was in the house where he lived at, okay? 9 times out of 10, if a man was going in there to confront another man, okay, a man that's driving a Lamborghini, y'all, because this is what they say Trouble was driving, a yellow Lamborghini, okay? And another thing that people are saying, shout out to Seti Nash. He said that there are only 8 people that has a yellow Lamborghini in Atlanta. Okay, y'all? And he's saying that, everybody knows the people that's driving them. Okay? So this is why I say, did somebody in the building tell him that Seti Nash is in the building? Okay? Or was he, coming back periodically to see if she had some company? But like I said, this is a building complex. How would he know what apartment Seti Nash went to? Unless she had been seeing him beforehand, or this was something that they planned. Something just don't seem right about this, okay? Now, if a man is coming home, like I said, to confront somebody else, and he's breaking in the door, this is what they're saying. He broke in the door. Why would you break in the door and you're not sure if this man has a toy or not, y'all? Okay? Ain't nobody finna break in even their own house. And another man is there that drives a Lamborghini, because normally if you driving a Lamborghini, most likely you gonna have a toy because somebody might try to rob you. Okay, y'all? So this man don't even know if Trouble got a toy or not. He's breaking in the door. Okay? He don't know when he break in if this man gonna be standing on the other side of that door with his toy out. He don't even know that. It makes you think about Mo3. Remember when Mo 3 on that expressway and that guy got out the car and started running toward Mo 3? When that guy started running toward Mo 3, that guy already knew that Mo 3 was unarmed. That's why he was running up on him like that. Because they knew the plan had worked to unarm him. And it makes me think about that because this man breaking in his house to go confront this woman and her, sidekick. How did he know that this man didn't have anything? Okay, y'all? Did she take it and put it up somewhere so that he wouldn't do something to her boyfriend? Okay? It's just so many unanswered questions that you got to think about, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay? And another thing, if a man has a toy, because this is the story that's coming out now. She said that her boyfriend, the one that broke in, is the one that pulled it out. But people are saying that a lot of stories is coming out now that was Trouble's toy. Y'all. Okay? So, if he broke in the apartment, why did he go to her side of the bed and jump on her? If, for 1 minute, this man could have had a toy on him. He could have got up and pulled a toy on him. And he's jumping on this girl. And the thing of it is, I'm going to tell y'all this too. I know this from, experience. From just a lot of stuff that I done seen. 9 times out of 10, if a man has a toy on him, okay, he ain't about to fight with nobody. He ain't about to fight you. So if this guy went over there to the side of the bed where the female was, his woman, and he was jumping on her, most likely a man that's in the bed with her gonna jump up, grab his stuff to make sure that he don't come and try to confront him. That's his woman. He don't care about him jumping on her. He just steady hit that. Because I'm hearing that Trouble was married. This is what they're saying. Trouble was married, y'all. So y'all think he gonna jump into a fight with a man and his woman? I don't think so. If he had a toy on him, I think he would have just grabbed his toy to make sure old boy don't run up on him. But he would have probably just been putting on his clothes and trying to get up out of there. And just still holding his toy so he can get out of that little mess and go about his business. Something just don't seem right about this whole situation, y'all. Okay? Something don't seem right. Now, it seems as if this guy, when he came in that house, it seemed like him and the girl was in cahoots. I'm just going to be completely honest. And nobody in the building heard him breaking in, busting in the door. You would have heard that. Somebody, even if they had to hit that door with their arm, whatever, to run into it and bust the little latch loose. And of course, those little latches, they'll probably pop loose easy. But I think this, even if somebody would open up that, unless they had music on or something like that, he still would have heard that. Somebody busting in like that with the latch. Okay? And something just don't seem right, y'all. Seriously, something don't seem right. Now, to be honest, I think he could have came in there. She could have let him in. I think he came in with his key. And then, they decided that, got to make it look like you broke in. Okay? My opinion. And he just broke the latch from the inside of the, when he got in there. I don't think he broke it when he was busting in. I think that he just came in there, then just broke the latch. He could have done that, okay? And the part that he just go over there to her side of the bed, instead of confronting the guy, you just get up and you just go to her side of the bed and start hitting her. Something just seems odd about that. I just don't see it, okay? I don't see it. If he was in that much of a rage that he wanted to, put paws on her, then why didn't he hit her up too? If he was that mad at her for giving away, punani. Okay, y'all? If he was that mad of the mingling and tingling. Why didn't he try to take her out too? If she was the first one you want to jump on, something just don't seem right about the whole incident, y'all. Okay? And like I said, her story is totally different. Okay? Let's look at this story. Okay? Probable cause. On June the 5th, 2022, I responded to a homicide investigation at 13207 St. James Drive, Conyers, GA. Okay? I was informed by dispatch that the door to the apartment was forced open and that a male was hit in the chest and that the male victim is deceased. Okay, y'all? Upon arrival to the scene, I spoke with, I guess that's Mrs. Royce, and she stated that she and Mr. Mario Orr were asleep in her bed in her bedroom. She stated that she woke up to her ex-boyfriend, J. Michael, excuse me, y'all, J. Michael Jones, putting paws on her in her face. Stated that Mr. Jones then began fighting with Mario Orr. And she stated that she began to help him when Mr. Jones pulled out a toy and hit Mr. Orr and left the scene. Why is everybody saying? I'm telling y'all, people are saying that it was Trouble's toy. It was his toy. So her statement don't make no sense. Unless, and like I said, he went over there to his side of the bed while they both was asleep, took his toy, put it in his, wherever he put it at, then went over there and whacked her, and then he started fighting with him, and then he pulls out his own, Trouble's toy against him. Other than that, it don't make no sense. Now, Miss Royce stated that she and Mr. Jones broke up because approximately a week ago, she and Mr. Jones were in a vehicle somewhere in Clayton County. Explained that she and Mr. Jones were arguing with each other about him not having a job and not helping her pay the bills. She stated that Mr. Jones put paws on her, hit her in the nose, and that she then called 911. And when she called 911, Mr. Jones got out of the vehicle and fled the scene. She stated that she did not stay to file a police report because Mr. Jones fled the scene. She stated that she had not seen Mr. Jones since that incident and that he had not been back home since the incident. She said he had not been back home. So he was still living there, y'all. She didn't move him out. He was still living there. Is he going to beat this case with this story that she came up with and he came up with? And I'm wondering now, are they different street associations? If anybody know, please let me know. Okay? Are they in two different street associations? Because that can make a difference too as to why this story keeps changing. And is it going to change again? Because we have not even heard his side of the story yet. Okay? So, like I said, to me, it seems like they're getting their little alibi together and that they had got it already together in the first place. Because I don't see, unless they was wasted. I mean, wasted. Okay? And sleeping really, really hard. I don't see why they didn't hear him busting in the door. Coming in the door. If they claim that he busted in to get in. Okay? She stated that she and Mr. Jones had been dating for 3 years. They weren't just dating, they lived together, okay? She stated that she and Mr. Jones lived together at that residence. Did she get paid, y'all? She acted like she was having some money problems. because they keep on talking about money and broke and the bills. Did she get paid to play a part and taking this guy out? But see, this is a new thing that's going on now. They stage a scene and make it look as if something happened one way when it happened another way. They get paid for taking somebody out or, helping take somebody out. And they stage the scene so that a person can get off if they commit the crime. Okay? I just find this really odd. Okay? Upon processing the scene, the front door of the apartment was forced open. So how did they not hear anything? And why would you force open a door if you did not know if a person had a toy or not? That just seems odd to me. That you're coming in like big bad wolf on somebody and you don't know if they got a toy or not. People don't move like that. Guys is kind of scary now, y'all. They ain't just rushing somebody like that unless they got a toy too. Did they say that there was another toy on the scene? That Trouble had one too? Nobody ain't said that. Did both of them have one? They not mentioning none of this. But something don't seem right about this whole thing, okay? On June 6, 2022, which is weird, okay? Because y'all know this is sacrificial month, June, because it's the 6th month. They love to sacrifice in June. And the date alone is 666, okay? June 6, 2022. 666. And another thing that got me, the guy is 33 years old, the one that pulled the toy out, they say, and hit up trouble. 33 years old. Y'all got to think about these numbers, okay? And the next court date is June the 15th, 2022. Another 666, y'all. Pay attention to all of this mess, okay? Because everything always have a little meaning behind it, okay? Now, another thing that I found odd about this whole thing too is the person who reported this story in the first place and let everybody, confirm that trouble was gone. His ex-girlfriend. Not his wife or none of that other stuff. His ex-girlfriend is the person who, and they say she mingling and tingling out here, y'all, in this little Eastern Star mess, okay, too. And she was the person that confirmed that he was taken out, y'all. Okay? It's a lot of weird stuff going on with this case right here. Another weird thing that's weird to me about this girl right here, Miss Royce, is she took a picture of the crime scene. Okay? She took a picture of this little crime scene right here. And she posted it on her social media, y'all. I found that odd that she posted this on her social media. Okay? Now, I was trying to see, was the door latch right here messed up or anything like that? I don't see the door latch messed up. Where the side right there. You can't see the top of it. But from what I'm hearing, he had a key, and the only part that was broke was the little latch. Like you put a little latch across the top. That part was broke. So, y'all, why would she post this? If you're upset, you just been with somebody and they get taken out, would you, even if you took this picture, would you put it on your social media, post it up on your social media? I just find that weird. Okay, I find that very weird. And then she started going back and forth with posts, to people that she, talk with on different posts. And somebody told her to delete it. And she did it. And I was like, wow, she deleted it. And right after she deleted it, she turned around and she put her social media on private. Which reminds me also of a lot of people that were in the Mo3 case, okay? That were posting stuff and then all of a sudden they started deleting things and putting stuff on private as if they had something to hide, doing just stupid things. I found that was really odd that she did that. And this is the post that she put up. And I got this from Seti Nash page. So shout out to him. But this is what she put up. And somebody said, why are you telling her to delete this too? So somebody was telling her what to do when she was doing it. Okay? And this is the top part where she was like, your stuff waiting on you whenever you finish tricking off. So like I said, if he was tricking off, how in the world can you trick off if you broke? Some don't seem right about this at all. And he has a paid lawyer and everything. 33 years old, and everybody been talking about this 33 degree. I'm telling y'all, some is very fishy about this whole situation. And she had to know his attitude and everything in the first place. So why would you bring anybody home when you knew that he still had keys? That he could come in there at any time and go off. And you knew what type of person he was if he was putting paws on you. You knew that he was snap. Why would she bring somebody there? Unless they purposely brought him there to take him out for whatever reason. I don't know. Because a lot of people said that he didn't have no problems in the city of Atlanta. Y'all. But, if he was a different street association than her man is, then that's a problem. And that could have been a setup, y'all. And the whole way she explained it could have been so that he could beat the case. Okay, y'all? Think about it. He came in, or he tried to get in his own apartment because he lived there. She got a latch on the door. He trying to figure out what's going on. Why is the latch on the door? So he bust the door in. His clothes still there. Okay? So he coming in to get his stuff. Or he coming in because he lived there. He didn't go to the man's side of the bed. He went to her side of the bed. Okay? So that's between her and him if she want to press charges on that part. Okay? Like they said, he could beat the case. If she turned around and he jumped on him first. This is the way she explaining it. That Trouble jumped on him first because Trouble came over there to help her. And that's when he pulled out something. So, to be honest, that could be self-defense from Trouble jumping on them in their little relationship, little quarrel. So, think about how she explained this. Okay? And another thing, think about the story that's coming out now is that was Trouble's toy. Is she going to be like she was upset? She don't know where it came from. She thought he pulled it out. But maybe Trouble came over there with it and they were struggling. We got to see if her story going to change. Because like I told you, the story done changed a couple times. And something not adding up. Why, after he been gone all that time, 7 days, you gone for a whole week, you just pop up right when she have some company with this guy. Some don't add up, y'all. Some ain't adding up. I'm telling y'all, some is not adding up with her. Now, it's like I said, it's either her or it is somebody in that building told him that she had some company. Okay, y'all? And I rest my case. Some ain't adding up. And we're going to see. I'm going to keep up with this story right here because I want to see if the story going to change because I do believe it is. I really do. I don't see somebody coming in there acting like they're King Kong and they don't know if somebody got a toy or not. And they're saying he didn't have one. Now, I can see it if he had a toy too. He coming in acting like he hard. But for him not to have had nothing, something don't seem right. He came in there like he knew that maybe she had put up the toy. He act like he knew that the toy was put up or something. You have to ask yourself this question. And why would he try to help her fight and get this guy off of him without just going to get his toy if he brought it in there? Ask yourself this question, y'all. Did he go to reach for his stuff and it wasn't there? And that's when he tried to help her? Something ain't sounding right. Anyway, y'all, tell me what you think. Tell me what you all think, because something is not adding up, y'all. Okay? Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.